Hello guys, welcome to a new video. And well guys, in this interesting video, we are going to be configuring high availability, or it's going to be an active standby high availability. And what's going to happen is we're going to have two firewalls over here. As you can see, one is active, one is on standby. And whenever the active goes down, the standby is going to become the active one. Therefore, it's going to have connectivity all the time. And we're going to, if I have time at the end, I'm going to do an any connect over IPsec, and we're going to see how all that works, and how I'm going to try to ping from this device all the way over here and see how long it takes for the standby device to come up whenever this one goes down. We are going to be, all the configuration I'm going to be doing is going to be from the ASDM. So if you have your ASDM, go ahead and launch that bad boy. Okay, so as you can see, let me put the IP address for this one. It's 20.1.1.2. The standby active is going to be 20.1.1.1. So I have configured all the IP addresses for this active firewall. As you can see right here, we have the inside, we have the outside, right? We have the management, which is the one that I'm connecting with the ASDM. And from this one, we don't have anything. It is all wiped out. So if you go to the standby, if you go in, and if you go show interface IP brief, you are not going to find anything. The interfaces are up though, so interface gigabit 0, 01 and 02 are up. Let's go ahead and do Unconfig T and do interface gigabit 0/0. Let's just do shutdown 01, shutdown 02, shutdown as well. And let's just leave them shut down for now. And let's go ahead and start with this configuration. So from the ASDM, you're going to first log into this page. You're going to go into configuration, device management, high availability, and scalability. And then you're going to go into failover. You can use the wizard if you want to. You can see that if you want to do an active standby failover, which is the one that we're going to do, or if you want to do a VPN cluster. The thing is, for the active and standby, the one that we're going to be doing, is the ASDM needs to have the same hardware, same software version, same failover license, same router and transport, firewall mode, the same single, multi-layer, or multiple firewall mode compatibility test. So it needs to match for everything, which is one of the downsides of using this failover, which is the high availability of active and standby. They both need to match everything. Absolutely needs to match everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this failover configuration. We are going to enable failover. The key is going to be just Cisco. For this failover, we are going to use gigabit 00. And for the failover, you see you have two interfaces. For this failover, the failover is the one that sends all the configuration to the standby. So whenever I configure the standby, it sends a new that configuration also to the standby. The stateful, what happens is, whenever the active has a connection, like from the Windows device has any connection, it sends that same connection to the standby. So whenever this active goes down, the standby is going to pick it up, and it's not going to have a lot of downtime. Okay, so we are going to have an IP of 1.1.1.1, subnet mask /24. Logical name, we are just going to call it F1. Standby 1.1.1.2. That's going to run the standby. For this one, we are going to select for the state failover. That is the stateful. We are going to be configuring. Look like it froze. We're going to have an active IP address of 2.2.2.1/24. Logical IP name, we're just going to call it F2. Standby 2.2.2.2. We're going to enable HTTP replication. Let's go ahead and apply this bad boy. Let's say no. apply. Let's go ahead and go into interfaces. So over here, you want to put a failover for every interface. So we have gigabit 02, the inside, 03, which is the outside, and we have the management one, which is this one right here. But we're only going to be doing it for this one. It's going to be 20, actually 10.10.10.2, and that's going to be configured on this standby. So you got to make sure that this standby is actually connected to gigabit 0. Let me see, they both need to be. So this one is gigabit 03 on this interface, and this one is gigabit 03 as well. So gigabit 03 and gigabit 03. So we are good. This one is gigabit 01 and gigabit 00. Let's go ahead and verify that. So now for the outside, it's gigabit 03. So let me verify that again. Why is it saying? So it is configured on the wrong one. So 00 over here and 01 over here. So let's go ahead and just delete those. And you want to be on, let's go ahead and go gigabit 0. Gigabit 02. Okay, I'm getting confused. So gigabit 02 is the inside. We want to put gigabit 03 on the outside. So for this one, gigabit 02 on the inside. Let's go ahead and connect 02 on the inside. 03 on the outside. There we go. So we have gigabit 03, gigabit 02. This one needs to also match. This one is gigabit 03. So the 03 needs to be over here, because when we configure over here, it's going to just replicate it to this one on the same interface. So gigabit 03, gigabit 02. Right? So gigabit 02, 02, 03, and 03. So that's good. And let's verify 03, and all good. This one's going to be 20.1.1.2, and we're not going to configure any management interface. Save it, and is it saved? There we go. So all that is good. So now what we need to do is we need to go to the CLI of the standby, and on the CLI of the standby, the commands that we need to do is we need to go into since we are using for this failover, the only thing that we need to configure is the failover, which is gigabit. Well, it doesn't really matter. We are going to configure on gigabit 01 on 00 for failover, because that's where it is configured for the ASDM, right? Gigabit 00 and gigabit 01. Okay, so we are going to go into interface gigabit 00. We are going to just do a no shutdown. After we do that, we want to do a failover LAN, and then after we do LAN, we are going to be doing interface. We call that F1. Was it capitalized or no? Let me see. Yeah, it was capitalized, so F1. And then we are going to specify gigabit 00. Good. Then after that, we are going to do a failover interface IP F1 10 dot, where actually it was 1.1.1.1 255.255.255.0 standby 1.1.1.2. So what we're doing right here, we're doing the same thing that we're doing on the active firewall, that we do it from here. This is what we are configuring. We are configuring this one right here. It's the same thing. We are just doing from the CLI of the standby. Okay. Enter. After we do that, we need to enter the failover key that we configure, and we just name that Cisco. Then we want to do the LAN or failover LAN unit and call this secondary. Enter. And then after that, we are going to do a failover to turn it on. And there we go. We have detected a active mate, and as you can see, it is replicating all of that. Oh, so it wants to configure an interface, and even though, as you can see right here, now we have all the configurations from the active firewall from active 2. So if you go to config T and we do a host name and we change this to just active, it's going to go over here, and if you press enter over here, it should have changed here we go, it changed the host name, as you can see right here, because everything is being replicated. So whenever I enable whenever I configure something from this active interface, it is also going to configure on this standby firewall, as you can see. So that is working great, guys. So now let's go ahead and go into my Windows device. Since that it is working, let's go ahead and go over here, open networks. Let's go ahead and configure the interface, which is right here. It's going to be 20.1.1.1 or 20.1.1.3. Let's just call that. This one's going to be 20.1.1.2. Well, actually 20.1.1.1, because we're going to go to the active one. Press OK. OK. Close. Let's go ahead and say yes. Now what we want to do is let's try to go to CMD ping 20.1.1.1. There we go. So we are able to ping this active one over here. So what if we do a ping from Windows? How many times? I forgot how to do that. Is it a T? Ping. What if we do a ping -T 20.1.1.1? So that's just going to keep pinging this 20.1.1.1. So that's good. Let's go ahead and go. I'm trying to cancel that. Control C. There you go. So now, since we have that configured, what I want to do is from this active interface, which is this one, I want to do a route or IP route to any to send it to 10.10. Let me see. Well, actually, everything is going to be over here, so I should be able to also, from my Windows device, let's bring it back up. I should also be able to ping 10.10.10.1. Well, am I able to? It is timing out, so I am unable to pin this one because it is inside this active this firewall over here. So what we want to do is, since it is in the inside, what we could do is we could go firewall, and let's go ahead and do filter rules, service policy over here. Let's go ahead and go to rule actions, and you want to enable ICMP. And let's see if we are able to ping now. There we go. Now we should be able to ping, right? The request timed out. and it timed out again. So we are unable to ping to the inside over here, and that's because it is blocking it because it is in the inside. So what we could do, let's go ahead and go into firewall of the device setup, device management. It has to be in the device setup, firewall. Let's go ahead and set an access rule to the inside. What is it saying for this rule? So for the inside interface, let's create a new one and let's permit any. Apply, save it. Let's see if we are able to ping now. So it is also timing out. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into this toolbox over here. Let's go ahead and configure Ifconfig interface 0 10.10.10.2 net mask, or not that 2, let's put it at 3 because that 2 is for the standby. Let's do route at default gateway 10.10.10.1 ping 10.10.10.1. Good. Are we able to ping 20.1.1.1? So it doesn't let me ping this one over here. So let's go ahead and go. I think I configured on the wrong one. Let's go ahead and go to this outside access rule, any, apply, save it. So it still doesn't let me ping 20.1.1.1. Are these interfaces? Let's go ahead and go to this device setup, interface 10.10.10.1, 20.1.1.1, and they are all enabled. Let's go ahead and go firewall. For the inside, it is saying to permit any. The outs, what is this one? Implicit. Okay. This one is allowing any IP. Let's go ahead and go to service policy. ICMP enable. Anything else we need to enable? That should be good. Let's go ahead and go to not a wizard. Let's go ahead and go to tools, packet tracer, IP. The source is going to be 10.10.10.3 to 20.1.1.1. The port doesn't even matter. We are going to say the port doesn't even matter. We need to specify a source. Echo destination echo 2 start. Let's see if we're able to ping. So it is dropped. No route no route to the host. Okay, let's go ahead and say from this active, let's go say in route, actually IP route to any. No, actually if you want to route, but that is all local. So if you want to route to 20.1.1.0, send it to 20.1.1.2. IP route. Okay, route outside. So those are directly connected. So I don't know why it is dropping it from 10.10.10.3 to 20.1.1.1. Come on. The packet is dropped. Interface inside. ICMP. Okay, IP address 10.10.10.3 to destination 20.1.1. Type echo. The packet is dropped. That's all it's saying. Let's go ahead and do just on IP 10.10.10.3. And for the destination, we are going to put 20.1.1 protocol ICMP. It is just saying that the packet is dropped. Interesting. So it is dropping my traffic, even though I told them to use ICMP. Shouldn't be dropping it. NAT access rules. So I'm unable to ping 20.1.1.1. So everything is working, and even if we go to the standby, show IP route, this will show interface IP brief. You can see that everything was copied. This one and this one, everything is up. Show interface IP brief. Gigabit 03. So this is good. So the incoming rule from the outside permits any TCP. Let's do ICMP. GNS3 is freezing a lot. ICMP. Okay. Inside enable, outside 2. We're still unable to ping. Can we ping? No. 1, no. Can we ping that 3? So okay, we are able to ping this Windows device. It's this Windows device now. I think it should work. It just doesn't let me ping 20.1.1.1. Let's go ahead and go into the Windows device. Let's go ahead and do ping 10.10.10.3. There we go. So now it is working. Let's go ahead and go here. It just doesn't let me ping the that outside interface. So let's go ahead and do save it first, and then let's go ahead and do a reload. We are going to reload this active so the standby can become active. So let's go ahead and do that. Reload, confirm. There we go. So now, as you can see, this one is reloading. So the standby now should become the active one. Let's see how long it takes. There we go. Switching to active, and there we go. So now those pings, we are able to ping 10.10.10.3 via the active firewall. So it is working, as you can see. Since the active is rebooting, this one became the active. So if we do a show, I believe you got to do a show failover, and you can see right here that the name of it is host, and this one is the active. And this one over here, you can see that it detected the mates, beginning replication. We got all the good stuff. If we do enable show failover, you can see that this one is the primary and it is syncing right now. Failover, and now as you can see, it is on standby and it is ready. So now let's go ahead, and this one is still pinging, as you can see. Let's go ahead and go from the active and do a reload. You can see it is still pinging, and as you can see, this one, it is switching to active now. And if you go and do a show failover, you can see now that the primary is the active one, because the standby now it is reloading. So that's how you can configure that. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I hope this video was good for you guys. On another video, I'm going to configure this again, and then we are going to configure any connect with IPsec, and we're going to see how long it takes to reconnect. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have a Twitter account, because I know you do, go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you have a Twitter account. And if you don't, go ahead and delete your Facebook and then create a Twitter account, and then follow me at CCNA Daily Tips. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.